This is Hawaii News Now Sunrise.
Welcome back, everybody. When the Lahaina fire broke out, the community lost power and cellular service, leaving many residents unable to contact their loved ones. And a community-driven initiative sprung into action, bringing mobile units with satellite links to the disaster zone to get survivors back online. Joining us now to tell us more is Bernice Kissinger. She's the Vice President of Pacific Impact Zone. And Bernice, you are a defense tech group, but this really was a response to the needs that were out there. How did it come to be?
Thank you for that. Yes, we really, all of us are local, but many of us are on Oahu. So we had the privilege of having time and space to think about what would Maui residents need immediately. And we were very lucky because we have a network of Maui leads. And they have this incredibly tight community that knows exactly where elements need to be deployed, et cetera. So it was really waking up in the middle of the night on Oahu thinking, what do we need to get to them? Communications equipment will be the first thing. I was very familiar with this company, SMX, which is a new to Hawaii company employing a lot of Hawaii residents in intelligence analysis and specifically in communications equipment and systems. So I called them, texted them. They responded within minutes. Their CEO responded within minutes of Starlink. I was familiar with that particular
And this is what we're looking at now.
Yes.
These are these mobile units that have satellite capabilities, and they connect people to service that they needed. How many days did it take to get this all up and running?
I was just checking. So we called, so I reached out to them on the 11th, and everything was ready and on site with all of the Maui team pulling together for setting up these specific units within 3 days. So by Monday, everything was on site. The teams were dispersing and they were running convoys. The Maui team that comprised of everyone from Alpha Inc., all of these construction companies, convoys of vans, to the actual Space Command team on Maui.
SpaceX?
Yes, SpaceX, SMX. We had Maui Economic Development Board really led the charge. Darren Nishimoto, who is a local tech leader, and Lisa Wilkins were really critical as the fabric.
And this really is a lifeline because people couldn't get a hold of anyone in those first few days. I remember I was trying to text several people over there.
Yes.
No one was responding, really worried. So now that it's been a few days in, or at least nearly 3 weeks, how is it going? How is it continuing to help?
Oh, they're continuing to work to distribute, make sure that they're safe, that the equipment is safe, being able to monitor and maintain. The equipment, the contributions, the donations were for free service for a number of months. So they're really on site, the technicians ensuring that this is getting out there, distributed, and maintained.
Well, we appreciate all the hard work. Another lesson learned from this response, hopefully in the future as well. Thank you so much. Bernice Kissinger joining us this morning to talk about those mobile units giving a lifeline to our survivors.